Alrighty. Hopefully on this tutorial you have both sides done and both of the handles done and maybe even it's sewed together, but I don't. I know I'm a little behind. Okay, and on this part of the tutorial I'm going to show you how to tuck in the strings if you don't know how. And I'm going to sew it together. And if we have time, we will finish the handle. If not, I will be doing another video today yet. And I'm hoping to get them both out today. Alright, so this one is totally finished. This is the right side of it. Okay, and on the wrong side is where we want to tuck the strings in. I have all the strings tucked in on this one, as you can see. This one I do not, and I do not have them trimmed all the way either. So I'm going to quickly tuck these in, get rid of the string that's on my desk because I was working on other stuff over the holiday. So let's get these strings tucked in. And all you do is like weave it in. Try to stick to the layer on this side so you don't end up with your strings hanging out on the other side, which it is. Not very good done on my part here. So this is live, so I make mistakes, so no big deal. And if you hear noise, it's because we had a snowstorm last night and all kinds of fun with that. We even had thunder and lightning with this snowstorm. And we got, I'm thinking close to 12 inches. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the news yet, so shame on me. But anyway, make sure when you tuck these strings in that you get it on the wrong, you want to put it on the, well, the side that's the wrong side. See, you see it because if you look here, it's uneven. Okay, and on the right side, it is even. And I usually tuck mine in a little over an inch, sometimes an inch and a half, to make sure they're tucked in decent so that they don't come back out later on, which I actually had a problem with that. It kind of sucks. But as you can see, use your tapestry needle because it's got a wide eye hole so you can get it through. You can also use a piece of paper to get your string through your needle if you need to. You just hang on, I'll show you how to do that in a second. Kind of focused on this piece. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see if I can find myself a small piece of paper here. Oh yes, we got a piece of paper here. Alrighty. Take something like this, because this is a piece of scrap paper here. And so you have it big enough for your needle hole. You make sure that it is big enough to cover your string. And all you do is you fold the piece of paper in half. So you got it like that. And of course, make sure it fits through the needle eye. Woo! Okay, we know that one does. And then you would just take the string you want to put on. I usually like wetting these down a little bit. So if you see me do that, that's what I'm doing. And then you just tuck the string in the paper. There. And then, oops, gotta get the right end of the needle here. And then you tuck it, just take it through, and there you go. Works nice. Alrighty. And then you just tuck the strings in. Sometimes you can sew the strings in. You can crochet over the top of the strings. I do that sometimes, just not all the time. I get a little lazy with this stuff. So I don't always do things the way I want to. And if this seems to be a little bit, you can kind of pull it. You can get it a little bit more the way you want it. And okay, cooperation here is the key. I'm just going to go use the piece of paper. Because it'll make it for a quicker time on this video. There we go. And we just, like I said, try to make sure you're weaving it on this side, not that it shows through on the other side. Because the other side is the side you want showing. You don't want people to see your weaved in strings hanging out in places that you don't want them. Yeah. Alright. And just because this saves time, I'm going to do it this way. Now all you need is a little piece of paper and you fold it in half and away you go. I hope I'm not boring you guys too much with this. Anyway, we got quite a bit of snow out there, so if you hear... Plus my son has a friend staying over, so if you hear them being noisy, that's what's going on. So you just sew through that. And I'm cheating. Like I said, if you hear noise, it's because I have people in the house and people are snow blowing and shoveling and you name it. I had to actually go buy a shovel today. I have one, but obviously it's not enough.
Dude, you sound like a gorilla.
Sorry about the voices, people. My children are in the room.
Sorry.
No big deal.
I think if they seen my finger, they'd be creeped out.
Oh, and we had a slight accident last night. One of the children here has injured a finger. No, we are not showing that gory stuff on here. This is not gory rated, man. Yes, I know they're sassy. They're discussing things while I'm on camera.
Yeah. But I have a beautiful time.
Sassy boys. That's okay though. I'm used to it. Like I said again, if you hear voices, it's because I have children in the house that are being a little sassy. Actually, those two are like adults, so well, let's just say they are, but they don't act like it. So, as you can see, we're getting this done here. I hope I'm not out of focus. I hope I'm staying on in screen here. Ooh, paper issues. Maybe I'll be able to do this podcast in just 2. I don't know.
So what does this piece of paper do?
You put it over the string like this on here. It's to keep it, it's to get it through the needle quicker. You can lick,
so is that
lick
a hot
the
pad?
string. Huh?
Is that a hot pad?
This is not a hot pad. This is a...
Oh, purse.
This is a craft bag. Someone wanted me to do a tutorial on it, and
You might see some upcoming singing on your page.
well, we'll see how that goes. We should talk about this on a podcast, though. Of course, we'll listen to what they say. We'll try one video and see what happens.
No! Don't scratch that.
Dog, out.
Out.
Or go lay down. Yeah, I've had all technical difficulties today.
So it's a podcast.
The crocheting podcasts are about crocheting usually. I'm thinking about doing a morning show, just to talk about stuff. I don't know, talk about what's going on in the world. Maybe I
We
don't know.
should do a beating show.
No. See, listen to all the suggestions I have here. We want to stick to more crafts on this one.
But
More
beating is a
talent. No, it's not. No, stop it. It's very naughty. No, this is not my son. This is a friend of mine's son who's
your
visiting my son.
I'm like your son, so.
Well, technically, yeah, I guess so. Now, folks, he goes to school, so it's not going to be a regular thing.
No more housekeeping. Well, you gotta entertain him somehow.
Oh, come on. My string isn't cooperating now. Oh, we may need a new piece of paper. We need a new piece of paper, people. He finds this humorous.
Redneck 9000.
Okay. Now it's too thick. I'm just not having a good day. I should have tasted it. Quiet phone. We didn't ask for your opinion either. Yes, I talk to objects that are not alive. I find it humorous sometimes.
Oh, the guy in the tractor is out again.
I'm gonna have to put a sign up, I swear. That reads on air.
Well, they gotta get their laugh somehow. Somebody's gotta make their day.
I don't know if they think I'm funny, but they do listen to what I say, I guess. Alrighty. Got
So
one more string to tuck in, and then we can trim these all up.
Could that be a merce?
It's personal. Stop it. Or I'll kick you out of here. This is my craft room. Well, it's not where I want it to be yet, but... we gotta get more people to support me is what I gotta get. There. By the way, I meant to do a different tutorial today, but because of all that's crazy going on, I'm kind of lazy. Let's get this off my desk. Get that out of the way. Okay, now you just trim off the strings. Try not to cut your project because, of course, if you cut a stitch, it'll unravel the whole thing on ya. So try to be careful when you cut your strings off. Or you can tuck it in all the way, which is kind of a pain, but... So if you haven't done this project and you are, make sure you are leaving your strings long enough that you can stitch them in, or you can stitch them in while doing the project. Crocheting it, you can crochet them in. Sorry if the lighting is changing occasionally here. And get that out of the way.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go next door quick.
Make sure you're dressed though.
Obviously, I ain't gonna walk over.
Alrighty, so now we have all our strings off here, so we can get rid of them. Or just throw them on top of your phone, whatever makes you happy. Alright, so now, yes, I know the edges are a little curly, but once you get them, start sewing it up, they'll behave themselves. So now what you want to do is match, both of your wrong sides should be in. So you have your right sides out. Okay, and you should have your, where you ended your crocheting should be on top, and where you started your crocheting should be on the bottom. Okie dokie. Now we're going to take a string, we're going to take some string we have left here, and we're just going to crochet around the whole entire 3 sides. We're going to sew 3 sides shut, pretty much all the way around. And then we're going to crochet around here, but we're going to leave this open. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, let's get this going here. So you're going to want to do your, make sure you got it, do your crocheting knot and all that nice stuff. And I'm going to start on this end, right here. And make sure it's long enough that you can tuck your string in later. Or you can stitch it in too if it's up to you. I mean, whatever suits your fancy. Okay, now we want to get them together. So you have your ends together like this, and both of them. You go through both layers because you want both of them to sew them together. And this is the outside of the project. Sometimes I'll tuck in this and not have this showing, but on this particular project, I have the crochet around on the outside of the project. So you should just start crocheting, and I gotta see if I'm in camera. Yep. Alrighty. And again, I apologize for my son's friend. He's just he's very energetic type person. He's got a lot of energy. Good kid though. So you just, and try to keep your stitches matching if possible. And then you just keep on going. Try to get your stitches to match up as best as you can. And if you heard some noise, it's just the boys going outside, and because our neighbor has a tractor, and he is helping other neighbors to get plowed out. And we have some really, really nice neighbors around here, so everybody tries to help each other out here. This is one of the better neighborhoods I've lived in. It's not the type of place where you fend for yourself, so it's kind of cool. I know I've been living here for over a year, and I only know a few people by name. I don't know everyone, but I have a bad memory too, so if they told me who they were, I'll probably have a hard time remembering. So But like I said, it's pretty nice. The neighbor is the bus. One of the other neighbors is the bus driver for my daughter. So he drives bus. So that's kind of cool. And what happened last night was my son and his friend were, well, of course his friend was staying the night. So I guess someone was banging on our door last night and someone was just causing some havoc, being sassy and just being noisy and knocking and just running away. So I'm thinking it's some neighborhood people being sassy or someone I know, but that's okay. Anyway, they were out chasing him down and stuff, and then I decided that they wanted to take the truck out, and I told them no, but they didn't listen, and they got the truck stuck at the edge of the driveway. And long story short, one cut his finger while trying to help us get the truck out, and he had to go to the emergency room and have his finger stitched up. And another person helped us by pulling our truck out, and our truck swung over and hit the tree. Fortunately, our truck was not damaged that bad. I mean, the bumper's only a little bit scraped, so all in all, we're all right. I wish my son would have listened to me, but he's always trying to prove his buddy wrong. Hopefully he has now learned his lesson. We're hoping. And he's not allowed to take the truck anywhere today. I've kind of put my foot down. And the reason being is because I own the truck. I need a vehicle to help out with my son who has muscle dystrophy, and this truck is high enough that we can lift him into it without having to stoop down, which is a problem with most of the cars. We do not have a vehicle for him because he is handicapped. We do not have a lift. They're expensive, actually. I've looked into it, and even a used one is not cheap. And me being a stay-home mom, oh, and to all you homeschoolers out there, I give it to you. I have done homeschooling with one of my children, and we may have a visitor in a minute, and this time it's of the furry kind. She is thinking about jumping on the desk. Hopefully she won't. Anyway, I'm a stay-home mom. My craft business is how I make my extra money. And you'll have to hang on a second. I'll be right back.